Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's cover the question. The table gives the volume of two similar cylinders. If the radius of cylinder A is 9 centimeter, what is the value of S negative T? We have S and T over here in the surface area of two similar cylinders. So to get the value of S negative T, we need the values of S and T. For that, we have to get the surface area of the two cylinders A and B. Okay, first let's plan to get the surface area of cylinder A. For cylinder A, we have the volume, that is 1296 pi, and also the radius, that is 9 centimeter. Using the volume and radius, we'll be able to get the height of the cylinder. Once we get the height of the cylinder, we can use a formula given over here to get the surface area of cylinder A. Okay, now let me consider the volume of cylinder A, that is volume of cylinder A equals to 1296 pi. And we have formula for volume of the cylinder, that is pi r square h equals to 1296 pi. Okay, here this r represents the radius of the cylinder, that is 9. Let me plug in 9 for this r over here, then I'm getting pi times 9 square times h equals to 1296 pi. Then we get 9 square is 81, that is pi times 81 times h equals to 1296 pi. Let me divide both sides of the equation by pi times 81. Let me do it. Okay, here pi times 81 will cancel out. I'm getting h on the left side, and pi will cancel out. When I divide 1296 by 81, I'm getting 16, that is 16 centimeter. Okay, now I got the height of cylinder A, that is 16 centimeter. Now let's get the surface area of cylinder A. The formula is 2 times pi r square positive 2 pi r h. Okay, here 2 times pi. And for this r, we can plug in the radius, that is 9. Then we get times 9 square positive 2 times pi. Again, for r, we have to plug in 9. And for h, the height of the cylinder, that is 16. Let me plug in 16 for h. Okay, here 9 square is 81. 81 times 2 is 162 pi. Okay, here 2 times 9 is 18. And let me multiply 18 and 16. Then I'm getting 288 pi. Let me write it over here. Okay, now let me add 282 pi and 162 pi. Then I'm getting 450 pi. Okay, let me write over here 450 pi. Okay, I got the surface area of cylinder A, that is 450 pi. According to the information we have on the table, the surface area of cylinder A is T pi. So at the place of T, what do we have? We have 450. So therefore the value of T is 450. Okay, here in this S negative T, I got the value of T, that is 450. Still I have to get the value of this S. Once I get the value of S, I can get the value of this expression S negative T. For that, we need to get the surface area of cylinder B, that is S pi. How do we have to get that? For that, we can consider the given volumes over here. Using these volumes, we will be able to get the ratio of the volumes of two cylinders. Since the two cylinders are similar, from the ratio of the volumes of two cylinders, I can get the ratio of the surface areas of two cylinders. Okay, once I get the ratio of the surface areas of two cylinders, I can use the surface area of cylinder A, that is 450 pi, to get the surface area of cylinder B. Okay, now let's get the ratio of the volumes of two cylinders, that is volume of cylinder A divided by volume of cylinder B. Volume of cylinder A is 1296 pi, and volume of cylinder B is 279,936 pi. Okay, here this pi will cancel out, and we can use Desmos to get the simplified form of this fraction. When I do so, I am getting 1 over 216. Okay, now from this ratio, we can get the ratio of the surface areas of two cylinders. That is surface area of cylinder A divided by surface area of cylinder B. How can we get the ratio of the surface areas from the ratio of the volumes? We know that volume is a measure in cubic units. So we'll have the stuff over here in cubic units. Our first work is we have to convert the cubic units to linear units. How can we convert cubic units to linear units? We have to take cube root of for both the terms over here. Then I'm getting cube root of 1 divided by cube root of 216. Now the quantities we have over here become linear when I take cube root of for both 1 and 216. We know that surface area is a square unit. Since surface area is a square unit, we have to square both the terms of this ratio. Let me do it. We know that cube root of 1 is just 1, then we get 1 square, and cube root of 216 is 6, then we get 6 square. Okay, then we get 1 square is 1 and 6 square is 36. Okay, here I got the ratio of the surface areas of two cylinders, that is 1 over 36. Okay, from the ratio, if I want to get the surface area of cylinder A and surface area of cylinder B, I have to multiply both the terms by the same non-zero number, say x. When I multiply this 1 by x, I am getting x. When I multiply this 36 by x, I am getting 36x. Okay, here this x represents the surface area of cylinder A. This 36x represents the surface area of cylinder B. But already we got the surface area of cylinder A, there is a 450 pi. So this x and this 450 pi, both of them represent the same stuff, that is the surface area of cylinder A. We can equate them. Then x equals to 450 pi. Okay, here I got the value of x, that is a 450 pi. Now we can plug in this 450 pi for x over here to get the surface area of cylinder B. Let me write over here, surface area of cylinder B equals to 36 times of 450 pi. Okay, surface area of cylinder B equals to, okay, let me multiply 36 and 450 pi. When I do so, I am getting 16,200 pi. Okay, here I got the surface area of cylinder B, that is 16,200. But already we have the surface area on the table, that is S pi. Okay, now let's compare S pi and 16,200 pi. At the place of S, what do we have? We have 16,200. That is S equals to 16,200. Our aim is to get the value of S negative T, that is S negative T equals to, for S we have 16,200 and for T we have 450. When I subtract 450 from 16,200, I am getting 15,750. Therefore, the value of S negative T is 15,750.